Covering the northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Sir Charles Hayward Library Summer Camp receiving new technological donations from various local businesses, including Pizza Hut, Quality Auto, Rev Alive, and the Armory Company. Librarian Shanrika Faustin says they're thankful for the generous donations.
What I try to do every year for our summer camp is introduce a new technology, and I found this online and thought that the children would really enjoy it. We just did a test run with them, and I literally had to take it from them because they are really enjoying them.
Quality Auto Sales Administrator Carl Martin and Rev Operations Assistant Patrona Demerit says they're pleased to be able to contribute to such a worthy venture. From trash to treasure, we have a story tonight from a local artisan who has found true fulfillment in handicraft. As Italia Hall tells us, it has been a hobby that she thoroughly enjoys.
These are lamps you can put up out in your porch. Wow. They have the fairy light inside.
Many may know her as an accomplished banker, but Sylvie Carey is also the owner of Suncraft. It all started 3 years ago when her sister brought her a handmade gift from Canada. She says she became inspired and began to make her own pieces, from bottles, pictures, chains, bracelets, earrings, paintings, coasters, and much more. And she says she does it all at home.
And so my husband Charles also taught me how to use the tools that I have at home. Then it was just one thing after the next. Then I said, okay, Charles, I need somewhere to work. I just can't work on the kitchen counter. That can't happen. So he says, no problem. There was an old TV stand I was about to throw out. He said, here, use that. And there's an old piece of plywood in the back of the shed from a hurricane. You could use that too.
The self-taught entrepreneur says, depending on the piece she's creating, it can sometimes take hours.
Wherever I am, it's just like the whole world outside just shuts down. And I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing. And I'm looking at the pieces. This acceptable? This is no, let's scrap that one. So I'm very critical of my own work. And I do have some critics out there that I rely on. They'll say, this is not going to fly. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty good.
Carrie says she has also took advantage of social media and posts her products on Instagram and Facebook. The Canadian native has been living in the Bahamas for some 50 years and says the country has a rich culture that Bahamians should use to their advantage.
There's a lot of resources out there. If you want sea glass, that's not a problem. You can go on our beach and see glass. The shells, the working of our own natural resources is immense. When I did the BAIC course, it came to home that we're shipping this stuff out when we could be doing it here. And it would be so much more authentic, so much more genuine, so much more effort would go into our own market if it was done right here.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
And now to this Power of Giving story. Our Shoshina Roll Farquharson, along with members of the ZNS team, reaching out to a cancer patient who is in need. Find out how you can help.
In the light and being seen as we are. Stand in the light and being seen as we are.
It's perhaps one of the most difficult Power of Giving stories we've done to date. It's the story about a mother battling stage 4 cancer and finding it difficult to make ends meet. Well, once our ZNS News team heard about her story, we put a plan into action.
I found I had cancer, and they went in from the vagina part and they burned my inside, and it came back again. And then finally I started with the chemo and the radiation, and then they found my kidney was leaking protein. So it went from one thing to another, and then all of a sudden my legs just gave out. I couldn't walk, do anything. It just was weak. I had no muscles in my leg anymore. All I have is tissue, because they had me on blood thinners as well. So the blood thinners, I think, wasn't really working with my body.
We were able to partner with a few persons who are able to give you at least 2 or 3 months worth of grocery. We are also, we've also found a corporate sponsor who will pay Mr. Garvey about 3 or 4 months so that you are able to have transportation and get to and from wherever it is that you need to go.
Really grateful. I say, and all that's just God. I say, without him, I couldn't make it this far.
So after visiting with Susan and her sharing her story about this great neighbor who basically helps to take care of her every morning and every evening, we figured we needed to find out who this great humanitarian was.
When I get up from work at night, sometimes 2 o'clock, I'm at Susan's house taking care of her before I go to bed. In the morning I make breakfast, late at night some nights she wants something 12, 1 o'clock, I'm still cooking for her. So I love doing it, so she needs help. You could be anybody, you can help, have a heart.
Well, once again, Judy, we want to say thank you so much. And on behalf of the Car Rental Association, we want to present you with 2 gift cards that can be used towards your power, as well as for you to do some shopping for you. And we know you're a chef, so you'll make good with these. We want to say thank you, and of course we're appealing to the greater community. If you are in a position to help Susan, or even to help Judy help Susan, we're asking you to come on board with the power of giving and let us help lighten the load for this mother, as well as this young daughter. I'm Shashina Rolf-Arkeson.
Stand in the light and being seen as we are. Stand in the light and being seen as we are.
Now you can reach out to Susan Martin at telephone number 442-1954.
This is Ask the Doctor. Welcome. Sherelle asked, I'm hearing about so many women having cervical cancer and ovarian cancer. Is this a common cancer among women? Thanks for such a timely question. It is very important that we continue to remind women that cervical cancer is considered the second most frequent cause of cancer in the Bahamas. Various strains of the human papillomavirus, or HPV, a sexually transmitted infection, play a role in causing most cervical cancers. When exposed to HPV, a woman's immune system prevents the virus from doing harm in most cases. However, in a small group of women, the virus survives for years and eventually causing some cells on the surface of the cervix to become cancer cells. You can lower your risk of developing cervical cancer by having regular screening tests to detect small changes in the cervix before they become cancerous, and by being vaccinated against HPV. Vaccination is available for girls and women ages 9 to 26. The vaccine is most effective if given to girls before they become sexually active. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ramiko Knowles is up next with the Check on Sports.